My name is Steph Bartlett. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I share farm life, travel, and all things wellness. In this video, I explore beautiful Busselton in Western Australia. I'm lucky enough to spend 3 weeks with my brother and sister-in-law and little nephew who live in Busselton. They were able to show me around, plus I could explore myself as well, because the big question is, can I see myself living in Busselton, relocating from South Australia over to Western Australia? That's why I wanted to suss it out and also check out the surrounding areas as well. My goodness, it is beautiful, so much to do, but I'll explain more in the video. Before we dive in, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like at the end if you like it, just to ensure you don't miss any future videos. Let's go.
Burn a little brighter every day, swimming in the tide against the waves, and I can hold my breath until they crash.
After spending a week driving across the Nullarbor and exploring a few places along the southwest coast, it was really nice to finally pull up at my brother and sister-in-law's place in Busselton. They have this one-bedroom studio in their backyard. Yes, it is amazing. And it meant not only could I knuckle down and do some work and get into a bit of routine, but I could also spend quality time with them and also get to know their routine, which leads us to their weekend morning routine. Hey Ollie, can you please remind me, where are we going?
Where are we going, Ollie?
To put Dusty Buns.
Dusty Buns. What are we getting at Dusty Buns?
Croissant.
Croissant. Apparently they're really good.
With the scooter with the market.
At the markets, okay. So this is a regular thing, Chris?
Absolutely.
Every Saturday morning?
Every Saturday morning, yeah, we love it. Love a chocolate croissant.
It was a very nice welcome to Busselton. We went to Dusty Buns. My nephew was very excited about this. Actually, I think my brother was equally as excited. Definitely a sweet tooth. After talking to a few locals in Busso, it turns out Dusty Buns is very well known. So if you like pastries, this is a must go to. And yes, I'm a wellness girly, but I still believe you shouldn't deprive yourself. So I did enjoy the chocolate croissants. They were delicious. After those yummy pastries, we went for a walk down to the beach. Look at this water. The beaches in WA are just stunning, and this clear blue water at Busso, just divine. And whilst I was there, one of my good friends from where we went to school together back in the day, she lives in Perth, and she came to visit for the day with her family, which was so nice. We played mini golf, which was quite a laugh, and then we went to the brewery for lunch, and it honestly meant so much to me that they made the trip down to say hello. It was awesome. Busselton is known for its very long jetty, and every morning I got into a routine of walking to the jetty and then I'd walk up and back along the jetty. I just loved my morning walks along this beach. The foreshore area is beautiful. They even have some resident rabbits. Did make me laugh. Being a farm girl, rabbits aren't that welcome at the farm, but here along the beach, they were stopping people every day. I even saw kids trying to catch them one day. It was quite a laugh. One day during my stay, my brother said, let's jump in the car, let's go to Donnybrook. Apparently it has a massive playground. We thought my nephew would love that. We stopped for coffee on the way. This was my favorite coffee shop in Busso, Little Peach. Anyway, we hit the road, caffeinated, and we got to Donnybrook. This playground was next level. Not only was it amazing for little kids, but also the big kids as well. I like to have Flexi Fridays, and considering I'm away from home exploring a new place, today for this Flexi Friday I'm going to ride my push bike. I've got borrowing my brother's bike. I'm going to cycle from Busselton to Dunsborough. Apparently there's a bike track that goes the whole way, so that's pretty cool. And I think the whole way is 21 kilometers and then 21 kilometers back. I'm not a seasoned cyclist. I have a 10k loop I do on the farm sometimes. So this will test me out. We'll see how we go. I'm quietly confident I should be right. We'll see. It was the perfect weather conditions for this bike ride. It was overcast and not too hot. I was actually really looking forward to this bike ride. I love when you have a designated bike track so you don't need to worry about traffic. Anyhow, I hit the road. It was such a scenic bike ride for a lot of it. There were parts where you were along the highway, but that was okay. Before I knew it, I was back along the beach again. After just over an hour of bike riding, I made it to Dunsborough. I locked up my bike and I found this amazing health food shop, and they also make smoothies, which I was stoked about. And this gorgeous girl that made my smoothie wrote a list of things to see around Dunsborough, which was super kind of her. Went for a wander around Dunsborough, checked out the beach and looked at the shops, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this wild weather come in, rain and wind. So I decided to stop at a cafe and have some lunch, which was kind of like breakfast for lunch. Anyone else do that? Love eggs. This has been fun, great little explore. And now, what is it? 23 kilometers home again.
The way you glow, you change your mind, you free your soul. Feel that vibe in the summertime, lightning, living without you feels like.
And I'm back again. That was a really nice ride. And I actually feel like I could have kept riding for more kilometers. I'd do it again. Something that stood out to me while staying in Busselton was that I was really active whilst I was there. I did my bike ride, there was walking tracks. My brother and sister-in-law showed me national parks and walking tracks through there. I'd love walking along the beach. There is so much to do to help you keep active, and how can you not enjoy it with scenery like this?
Where I can put my anchor down. Gonna get out of town.
Today we are going on a little adventure. My brother has got the day off, so I'm going to go with him and my nephew to check out the Margaret River region. And there's also a little town nearby that we're going to check out, a little beach town. So I'm going to take my bathers because apparently there's a really nice beach there. Obviously the idea of this trip was to visit my brother and his family and also check out the area and kind of suss out, is it somewhere I could see myself living? And so far I'm really loving this area. I've been to Margaret River before, but it was like 5 years ago, and I can't believe how much Busselton has changed in 5 years since I was here, so keen to see what Margaret River's like as well. Isn't it such a treat to have someone drive you around when you're a tourist in a new place? And the other thing I really loved was having company, people to chat to whilst I was exploring, because I obviously do a lot of travel solo, which I love, and it makes me connect with new people that I wouldn't normally talk to. But sometimes it is just nice to have some company and people to chat to. So I was super grateful that my brother could take me on this trip.
I find it in the dirt. And it feels strange to me, like I'll never shake in earth. I'm gonna put my hands to work. I'm not afraid of the edge, I'm afraid of the...
Okay, the other thing that stood out in WA is all the wineries and breweries. They are massive. It's so cool to have options like that to go out for lunch. We did stop at this brewery for lunch on the way home. The next day, I got up, went for my morning walk. This is the walking track along the beach that I would walk along every morning. Absolutely loved it. And I was thinking, I want to check out Margaret River a little bit more, because we did go there the day before, but I wanted to go back, it wasn't that far away, and just suss out the vibe and consider if maybe that's somewhere I could live. I went for a wander down the main street, checked out some shops, found this cafe, got myself some lunch and a yummy smoothie, and then jumped in the car and drove back to some surf beaches that my brother showed me the day before. I'd never seen waves like I'd seen here. And there's also this spot where the river meets the sea. So I was keen to go for a bit bit of a wander and check all of that out too.
Like a never shaking earth, I'm gonna put my hands to work. I'm not afraid of the end, I'm afraid of the middle, afraid of too much, I'm not afraid of too little, we're not enough, 'cause all I want is all around, I gotta get out of town.
Before I knew it, my 3 weeks in Busso were nearly up. Look at this jetty. You can see why it's known for having a very long jetty. It is next level. Before my big drive home, my brother and sister-in-law had another trip in mind for me, just to show me some more of the coastline not far from Busselton. And just when I thought the scenery couldn't get any more stunning, they showed me places like this. Check it out. It's so cool.
I'll be in Wisconsin, where my childhood was found. I've been talking about getting out of town, or out to the mountains, where I can put my anchor down.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Jazz and Chris and say thank you so much for the incredible stay in Busselton. It was super special to spend time with you all, and I really appreciate you showing me around. It is Wednesday morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm up early to start packing the car, and I cleaned the studio yesterday, but just get the washing on with like sheets and towels and stuff like that. And then I'm going to have breakfast with my brother, sister-in-law and little nephew at a cafe that opens at 7. So then the plan is to be on the road by 8 because I have an 8.5-hour drive to Kalgoorlie. So we made our way down to the cafe, and out the front of the cafe they had a yoga class, another selling point for this town. I love that they've got yoga there as well. We had a delicious breakfast together, the final little farewell, and then I jumped in the car and had a full day driving to Kalgoorlie. I'd never been to Kalgoorlie before, so I booked a couple of nights there so I could explore the place. But more on that in the next YouTube video. So this leads us to the big question. Can I see myself living in Busselton? I could. It's a long way away from family and friends. But I loved Busselton. I love the surrounding areas. I could definitely see myself moving there at some stage. It's just a matter of when. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. I think there'll be some more adventures before then, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, be wildly you and live life your way.
Burn a little brighter every day, swimming in the tide against the waves, and I can hold my breath until they crash.